the actions of our members, we'll be hunted down and destroyed for sure.
Hello and welcome to another vlog. I obviously just got out of the shower, so that's why I look like this. Today is Wednesday, October 11th, and I had to take a shower because I have a Bible study starting tonight, so I wanted to wash my hair in the morning so that by the time it gets to the evening, I can do something with it and it's not like soaking wet after a fresh shower. So, you didn't really need to know that, but now you do. So, yet again, today we have another very short day of work because we used to have 4 clients on this Wednesday. We moved one of them to a different day. And then one of them is on vacation and asked us not to come clean today. So we only have 2 people to clean for today, just like yesterday, and that means we're going to be home from work by like noon probably. So I was trying to think of what I might be able to do with my time to be a little productive and use this extra time wisely. I'm gonna sneeze. Anyway, so I was thinking I might try to set up a Facebook ad because that's something I've never done before and I've been wanting to try it, and I have one of the classes at the Writing Gals conference was about Facebook ads, and it was a really great just like step-by-step walkthrough on screen of everything you need to do. So I thought, maybe I should just follow that, follow along and do all the same things that this person is doing and give it a try. So I think I'm going to do that today. And I might start that this morning. It's hard for me to see the clock. I think it's about 7:30. And so yeah, I might start doing that this morning because we don't have to leave until like 8:45. 8:45. So I have like over an hour. So yeah, I'll probably get started on that and we'll see how much we can get done this morning. You guys, we have resolution to the problem of the poorly printed books because Amazon sent me more books. Yay! I'm so happy that that is over with. It took a little bit of a fuss to get it figured out, but these books look good. Even the spine on the Moving On book is better than the other ones. So yeah, everything looks good. No issues, and now I can be done worrying about that. And this came really early. They said that I should expect it by October 20th, and it's October 11th right now. So that's very nice. I'm glad that that is done with. Also, a quick note to anybody trying to choose between glossy and matte covers. I really love the way the matte covers look. However, they are so problematic with all of the scratches and scuffs and stuff on it. Like, I don't know if you can see, well, you can't see it if I throw it on the ground, but I don't know if you can see that right there, but that like kind of scuff mark, yeah, now you can definitely see it with the light glaring off of it. It kind of sucks, and there's not really anything I can do about that. Actually, that one might be kind of wiping off. Maybe I could try to wipe them off a little, but some of them are not wipeable. But with the glossy covers, you don't have that problem. Also, while I was at work today, I wish I would have thought of this sooner, but I didn't think of it until like the very last house we were at, and it was like half an hour until we were going to be done. But I realized I should be listening to some video advice about Facebook ads because I'm working on Facebook ads today. So I listened to some advice, but I will say I really recommend, and this is, I'm not good at ads, so I take my word with the grain of salt, but I really recommend that people listen to advice from people who sell books, and specifically sell fiction books, because some of the things that the guy was saying that I was listening to I don't think that they really apply very well to fiction novel advertising, because it's kind of a different thing than like trying to sell some kind of course or like business related thing. Like buying a book is a fun thing that people want to do, and I'm trying to target people who are looking for new books to read. So, the kind of advice of like, well, you want to make sure that your ad doesn't look too much like an ad. I mean, I can see the merit of that, but at the same time, like, if it looks like an ad for a book and I'm targeting people who want to buy books, then why would that be a problem? Like, I know as a reader myself, if I see an ad for a book, I usually stop scrolling and look at it because I want more books. And I know it's an ad, but it's an ad for something that I want. So I'm gonna look at it, right? So anyway, I didn't really like that advice. So I don't know if his advice really applies well to fiction books. But since we're home and it's definitely not dinner time yet, because it's like noon, I think, I'm gonna probably have a snack and go keep working on my Facebook ads. I got through about half of the video that I was listening to earlier this morning, and it was a perfect place to stop because I just got to the point where I'm having to put in like images and ad copy. And that's something I'm going to need to take a little more time to decide what images I want to use and what ad copy I want to use. So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. And we'll see how it goes. Ugh. My goodness gracious. The sun is bright and in my eyes. Holy crap. I look like I was going to say a ghost, but it's kind of even worse than that. I look like some kind of, I don't know. So this is probably going to be my last update of the night, but I just wanted to say that I finished my Facebook ads, which is very exciting. I've never done Facebook ads before, so this is the first time doing them. I followed the step-by-step instructions from the course that I was listening to, and I feel like I understood pretty much everything really well, but a lot of Facebook ads comes down to the pictures, the images or videos that you choose for your ad, and the ad copy, so the text that you choose to have in your ad. So that was all up to me, and I made a few graphics, and I chose like some snippets so for my ad copy, one of them I used the blurb, and one I used the first chapter of the book, and then for the third one I used like a snippet of kind of a really big moment in the book, like the first kiss scene kind of, but not the whole thing, but just like a little taste. So hopefully those were good choices, and hopefully my audience demographics that I've chosen are good, and Facebook can work its magic and show it to some people who might like it. I really wanted to try ads right now, partially because of that course that I was watching, and also partially because my book deals with reality television, and I happen to know that a new season of The Bachelor just started, and it's kind of a really big deal because for those of you who maybe aren't familiar with The Bachelor or aren't familiar with what's currently happening, there is a new show called The Golden Bachelor. That's what this season is called, and it is The Bachelor, but with much older people. So the guy who is The Bachelor is much older, and I think he's a widower, and he's, dating a bunch of older ladies. And so it's kind of like a new thing that The Bachelor is trying, and that a lot of people are really excited about. And I've been seeing a lot of posts about it on Facebook, so I thought, since my book deals with a reality dating show, This might be a really, really good time for me to try to do some Facebook ads because everybody's kind of already talking about reality dating shows a lot right now. So hopefully I can kind of capitalize a little bit on that hubbub. So anyway, that is going to be it for today. And I guess I will talk to you guys tomorrow or something. Welcome to Thursday. I had my new Bible study last night, which was awesome. I love all the ladies in my group. That's something I've been really missing because we just started going to this church and we hadn't been going to church for a while, and I was very much missing the community of like-minded people to just go through life with. So that was really cool, and my Bible study has homework that you have to do or can do, and I decided to start doing that in the mornings, which I usually have a hard time doing Bible study stuff in the mornings because I just have too much on my mind of things I need to get to for the day. But something I've been trying to do less of is scrolling through social media in the mornings. And if I want to do this Bible study in the morning, then I can't scroll through social media very much because I won't have time. So I decided maybe this is a good time, since I have the accountability of the weekly meeting with the other ladies, that I'm I want to make sure I do the homework so I have things to talk about and stuff. So since I have that accountability, I thought maybe this is a good time to try to do my Bible study stuff in the morning and stop myself from scrolling around on social media, because it's never a worthwhile thing. It's never a beneficial thing to spend my time on, really. So yeah, that went well. I did that this morning, and it's about 8 o'clock now. I'm about to eat my breakfast, and then we have to leave for work at 8:45-ish. So, also my Facebook ad, I think, has started running, or at least it's supposed to start running today. And I did sell, I think yesterday Amazon said I had sold 8 books this month, and now it says I've sold 11. But I think that those were Faking It with the Informant books that I sold, not Working with the Enemy, and my ad is for Working with the Enemy. So I don't think that was because of the Facebook ad. Which I don't even know if that started running yet, but I'll keep an eye on it and see how that works out, and hopefully it will be beneficial. Other than that, I probably don't have too much time to do anything this morning, and I'm not sure what I'm going to be working on later tonight, so we'll see. Good morning, and welcome to Friday the 13th, spooky. So I didn't end up doing any work yesterday, I don't think, or last night. I just kind of had a chill night, played some Mario Kart, watched some Scrubs. I checked my sales again today, and I sold 1 copy of Working with the Enemy sometime between last night and today. So I think that is safe to say that that is probably a sale made from the Facebook ad, because I haven't really been selling a lot of that book right now. I've been selling some copies of my newest book lately, but I haven't really sold many of Working with the Enemy on its own. So I think that's probably from the ad. Once the ad has been running for 3 days or so, I'll take a look at it and see how it's been doing as far as clicks and sales. I don't know if it can actually track sales or if it can only track clicks, because it's a Facebook ad and my sales are not through Facebook, they're through Amazon or Draft Digital, which I did actually sell a book on Draft Digital recently as well, so that also could have been because of the ad, but I don't know what book it was that I sold through there, because there's got to be a way to see that somewhere, I'm sure, but I haven't figured that out. So anyway, hopefully that ad is going well and I can learn some things about it if it's not. I have heard people say that, part of the way that you learn how to like get a good Facebook ad running is by just picking a method. Like, listening to all the advice and then just pick someone's advice, do that, and then look at the data that you gather from your ad running and adapt. Because I was listening to a guy recently who was saying that a lot of people tend to try to, they try out different people's methods, and they'll be like, oh, I'll try this, and then if it doesn't really work out, I'll just shut that off and try someone else's thing, and then that doesn't really work, so I'll shut that off and try someone else's thing. And he was saying that probably all of these methods that are tried and true and that people have used and have worked can work for you, but they're never going to work if you do that. You have to just keep running with it and adapt according to your data. So for example, if I'm getting a lot of people clicking on the ad, but then not a lot of sales, then the problem probably isn't the ad. The ad is obviously good. It's getting people to go to the sales page, but then something on the sales page is making them not want to buy the book. So it might be a blurb problem or a cover problem, but I mean, I don't have a cover problem, I'm sure. My cover's very on market and on brand and professional looking. And also my cover is on some of my ads, so people would have already seen that. So I'm interested to see after a while of this ad running to see how my data looks, if I have a lot of clicks and not a lot of sales, or just not a lot of clicks. I also did try, so the person I was listening to through the Writing Gals conference, they recommended having kind of a really broad, wide audience and not narrowing not narrowing your audience down very much. So basically they just narrowed the audience down in their ad from everybody on Facebook to people who read fiction novels, or at the narrowest, people who read contemporary romance novels. And for my audience with this ad, I wanted to try something kind of specific to see if it would be effective. So I actually targeted people who like The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, or reality television, and who like fiction novels and contemporary romance. So I'm not targeting people who just like reality TV but have no interest in books. But I'm also not targeting people who just like books but have no interest in reality TV, if that makes sense. So hang on. Oh my gosh, everybody is backing up around me, and I'm surrounded by cars just blocking me in completely. And it's quite annoying. And what the heck, people? That was ridiculous. There was someone trying to back into a parking space, and the two cars on either side of that space that they're currently backing into, the people who own those cars just came out of the store, and they're all getting in their cars and opening their doors while this person's actively trying to back into this space. Just wait a few seconds and let them get in this space first. So anyway, the point is that I tried to narrow down my audience a little bit more to try to capitalize on the Bachelor, Bachelorette, kind of the fact that that's kind of trending right now. So I don't know if that was a good idea. I don't know if that'll work well for me. I might want to try running these same ads, but just to an audience of people who read contemporary romance and not narrow it down by people who also like The Bachelor. Because, I mean, I've definitely had people read my book who said that they don't have any interest in reality television, but they still really enjoyed the book. So it's not like it's a requirement to enjoy this book that you have to like reality TV. So we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't go very well, maybe I'll try widening my audience a bit. Or I will try whatever this presenter at the conference says is a good idea to try. So yeah, right now I am waiting in the line at Starbucks to get some food, and then I'm going to go grocery shopping. And then we have work, which is 1 house and 4 offices. And then usually we go to the gym after work on Fridays, and then come home and we're going to watch some kind of spooky movie because it's Friday the 13th in October. How spooky. I don't know what we're going to watch yet, but we'll figure it out while we're driving to and from different clients' places. And I will let you know if it's any good. Alright, y'all. This is going to be a long one. So, I had a very good day of brainstorming today. All throughout work today, I just was getting a lot of great ideas for my prequel novella. I watched a conference video about conflict, adding conflict to your stories, which is exactly what my prequel was lacking. So I was like, great, perfect video for me to watch. And then I can't remember what video I watched after that, but I watched something else. Oh, I don't think that was related. But the conflict video and just like giving myself some time to daydream really helped me a lot today to come up with some pretty good ideas for my novella, and it's really starting to take shape now. So I want to talk about that. Now, for the sake of time, I'm not going to rehash everything that I've already said about what I had planned for my novella, so if you missed that somehow, hi Melody. Hello, ma'am. Oh, you're so sweet. If you missed that, then you can go check it out on one of my previous vlogs. And so right now I'm just going to tell you my new plans. So a couple things that my story was lacking so far in the outline I had thus far was that I didn't know, I was wrestling with the fact that it seemed like there wasn't enough conflict. There wasn't enough keeping the couple from just being together. I also was wrestling with the fact that I need Rachel to like both be career-oriented and family-oriented in a way. Not that someone can't be both of those things, but usually someone who's maybe career-oriented and they're younger, like in their early 20s, they're probably like, even if they want a family, they're probably like kind of in the mindset of, I'll wait a little while for that. But I kind of wanted Rachel to be in the mindset of, I don't really want to wait a while for that. But yet she ends up waiting like 10 years to have a baby, because at the beginning of Marriage Material, of the first book in the series, Rachel is pregnant with her first child, and it's like 11 seasons into the Marriage Material show that she's creating in this prequel. So basically the prequel is happening about 10 years before the first book in the series. So those were all problems that I had that I was trying to figure out, and I think I got a pretty good handle on figuring them out today. So first things first, let's talk about the conflict. So first of all, I kind of had thought that Theo, he's a filmmaker and he wants to do bigger things with his filmmaking career than just like being a cameraman on this reality show. And in my mind, I thought that like Rachel had just got this assistant job on the show, and Theo had been working on the show for a while, and But I think I'm changing that up now, and I think maybe I want him to also be new to the show. Because, yes, he is a filmmaker with bigger aspirations, but he's also young, and this is kind of his first foot in the door. So even though this isn't really what he wants to do, it is a very important job for him because he knows it's kind of like, you know, getting his foot in the door in the filmmaking industry. So it is very important to him to keep this job, which means he would not want to risk losing it by dating his coworker when that's not really allowed. So that ramps up the conflict a little bit more. And then another additional bit of conflict, I thought, you know, how else could I kind of make it to where Rachel has like hesitation about being with this guy? Because if Rachel's very family oriented and she just got this assistant job, then sure, maybe for Theo this is a really important job, but maybe for Rachel it's like, well, this awesome guy I just met might be more important than this job for me, so maybe I should just quit my job and date him instead. So how was I gonna like fix that problem? So I needed to give Rachel a little more pause and hesitation about dating Theo as well. So I decided, since she is family oriented, she wants to start a family soon, I'm gonna have Theo be a little bit younger than her so that can be kind of the thing that makes her think, well, you know, this guy's really awesome, but I don't know if he's really ready for the things that I'm ready for. And then I got this fun idea that since she's like a really idealistic, like hopeless romantic kind of person who's having a really hard time finding a partner, which again is a thing that's like, if someone is really, really wanting a partner and they're like a good person, why are they having this hard of a time? And why hasn't she found someone yet? So I thought maybe she's a little bit too, like, you know, her expectations are too high. So I got this fun idea that maybe she made a list at some point growing up as a teenager or something of like everything that she wants in a man. And she's like really holding out for, she's kind of like unwilling to compromise on this list. And the list is called her marriage material list. So that's where she gets the idea at the end of the prequel for the name of the show she's going to pitch to the executives. And then I got the idea that what if as she meets Theo, he is like meeting all of the points on her list. Like even ridiculous things that are like super specific that are like, how on earth were you ever gonna find someone who meets even half of this stuff, let alone everything. But the one thing that he does not meet is the age requirement, because she has said, I 100% will not date anyone who is not at least 3 years older than me, because I need someone who is ready to settle down and get married and have kids. So that's kind of her big hesitation. This guy is like absolutely perfect except for one thing, but that one thing is kind of a really big deal for her. And so I think that adds a lot of conflict to the story. It adds a lot more of good reasons why they're not just getting together right away. It also, like, I have some fun ideas for the end of maybe like some kind of, I'm not sure what exactly the like break apart moment is gonna be, but maybe for like the grand gesture he could make his own list and give it to her, and it's like just all things that are obviously clearly about her specifically, and he's kind of saying like, I made my own list of my perfect woman and this is who it is, and it's just her. So I thought that would be cute. And again, I thought it would be cute if the name of her list of all these items is marriage material, because she's looking for someone who, like, these are all the things that make a man marriage material for me, and so that's where she gets the show name from. So anyway, that is my thought for the epilogue and kind of a lot of my thoughts for that whole novella. And I'm pretty excited about it. I think that is much better than what I had before. I mean, it's, you know, just like, oh, hi, Gallifrey. You want to say hi? You're just going to go sit over there? Or over there? What'd you see. Nothing? Anyway, those are my thoughts, and it's just been like a really great brainstorming day. I got so many ideas, and I even have like some specific scenes and dialogue in my head, so I'll probably try to write some of that down over the weekend before I forget it all, because, I mean, sometimes it's like literally the very next day. I'm like, I don't remember what I was thinking about. So I have to write it fast or else it leaves my brain. So yeah, that's what I've been working on today. And I'm going to go right now and maybe write some of these thoughts down, although I did document them here, so that's good. But I'm going to write some of the thoughts down and maybe revamp my outline a bit and see if I can get a better outline going based on these new ideas. And then that's going to be it for tonight. Tomorrow I have a writers forum meeting, although the writers forum meeting tomorrow is about poetry, and I do not care about poetry at all. So that might be not very interesting of a topic for me. So I'm definitely going to bring a notebook and maybe even my laptop. Well, I don't want to, no, I'm not going to type on my laptop during the meeting. That would be probably too noisy and distracting for other people. But I might write freehand some of these scenes that I'm thinking of or something while the speaker is talking, if it's not really stuff that's relevant for me. But I have to go to the writers forum meeting. I mean, I don't have to, but I'd like to, and I have a meeting after that with the committee who's setting up the author fair, because I said that I would help out with that, and we're getting close to that happening. So we got to get some stuff figured out. Also, for Friday the 13th, I said I would let you know if we watched a good movie. We decided on The Empty Man, and it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. Like, the whole experience of watching it was interesting. The main guy was like very relatable and I liked him. The ending was a little, I don't know. It was like a cool ending that was creative and interesting, but it also had some implications that kind of left the whole story feeling a little bit unsatisfying to me. And that's as much as I can say without just spoiling the ending. So, if you've seen that movie and you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. We can chat about it. But anyway, this is a long clip because I talked for a while about all of my brainstorming today. So this is probably going to be the last clip in this vlog, I'm guessing. So I will talk to you guys next time about my meeting, maybe, if anything happened, or if I come up with any more ideas for this novella, or if I finish an outline. We shall see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're into that kind of thing. And if you'd like to check out any of my books, of course, they are, as always, linked down below in the description. I'll see you guys next time.